How's it going, everyone? It's the Natural here, and welcome back to the last ever episode of the Predict Show. What? I know. Don't cry. Don't be upset. I know this is the last ever episode of the Predict Show, but if you did really enjoy this series, I'm sorry. It might come back. It's going to be on the shelf for now, like many other series that I have, including Minecraft emoji videos.
This is cancer.
That still haunts me in life. Last ever 6 matches I will be predicting for this series. We're going to begin with the FA Cup final this weekend, and it is Man City versus Watford, who both of these two teams have had absolutely outstanding seasons. And we're going to start off with Manchester City, who we all knew retained their Premier League title last weekend with a convincing performance against Brighton. Yes, they did hiccup at the start with Brighton to get the early goal, but Man City this season have been ruthless. Aggression is incredible. They just find a way of just thinking, you know what, when the chips are down, we play our football and win the game, and that's what they did. As for Watford, they've been one of the teams of the season in the Premier League. Probably them, Watford, Liverpool and City probably come close. They've had an outstanding season this year. I know they've had a terrible end to the season. They finished 11th in the Premier League, but they were up there. Them, Wolves, Everton and Leicester were fighting at 7th spot this season, but they've had an outstanding season this year. Players like David Faye, who have been a revelation this season. Deeney, we all know what you get from Deeney every single game. And the likes of other players like Ducouré, who's been one of the top players in the Premier League, and I believe a top 6 club, or a big club in Europe, where we look at his signature in the summer. But for this game, I believe Manchester City will win the treble and do something that no other team win, a domestic English treble. They will do that. I think City will win 2-0. And now we head to the last games of the Bundesliga this weekend, and we still don't know who's going to win the title or who's going to finish in the top 4 places. And this game is enormous for both sides. Bayern Munich versus Frankfurt. Bayern Munich play Frankfurt. It isn't a huge game, so much in the Bundesliga this weekend. And the fact of the matter is, Bayern Munich only need is one more win, and they are Bundesliga champions yet again. Frankfurt just need one win, and they are in the top 4, and we'll get that last Champions League spot. But Frankfurt this season have been one of the teams, in terms of performances, have been stellar. I mean, Jovic, as we all know, looks like they're going to Real Madrid. He looks like he's been one of the breakout stars in the Bundesliga this weekend. Him and Jadon Sancho probably fighting for, along with Jadon Sancho and Marco Reus are probably fighting for who's going to be Bundesliga Player of the Year. Dortmund have a tricky trip away to Bourssia Dortmund, but Gladbach's form at this moment in time has not been great, so I expect Dortmund to pick up the 3 points. This is why this game is vital for Bayern if they want to reclaim another Bundesliga title. Do I think they could beat Frankfurt? No. I'm actually going for a 1-1 draw, which means Dortmund could and probably win their first Bundesliga title. It must have been about 7 years, 6 years. Damn, that's a long time ago. And now we are steering into Italy one more time, and it is Napoli v Inter in the penultimate game in Serie this weekend. And this is probably the biggest game in Serie this weekend. I know Juventus play Atalanta, which is also a big game. We'll get onto that later. Big problems that's been going on in Milan all season with the manager Spalletti, who looks like he's going to be out the door. Akali looks like he's going to be sold. Antonio Conte looks like to be the man who's going to replace Spalletti next season, so interested to see what he would do for Inter Milan next season. Napoli this season haven't had a great season, to be honest. I know they were off in the Europa League quarterfinals against Arsenal, and they didn't offer anything, to be honest. They were atrocious in both legs. And in Serie A this season, they've pretty much been second best to again Juventus. So players like the players they sold in the summer, like Jorginho and many others, have been big problems for them. Insigne looks like his head's turning, he wants to go, so we'll wait and see if Carlo Ancelotti is still going to be the Napoli coach next season and beyond. As for Inter Milan, they're starting to pick form up at just the right time. They only need one more win from their final 2 games to do so, and I think they do this weekend and beat Napoli 2-1. And speaking of the other game in Serie A, we're going to be talking about now. It is Juventus versus Atalanta. Atalanta have been amazing this season, but in the Coppa Italia final, they had a big opportunity of winning their first major trophy in seems forever. They didn't. They got beat by Lazio 2-0 thanks to Savic, who totally changed the game when he came on. I was actually surprised he didn't start the game. And a typical counter-attack goal from ex-Sevilla player Pereira. So it's going to be interesting to see how these Atalanta players step up again and try and get some belief and confidence going to a huge game against Juventus, who have nothing to play for, who are literally just going to be going into that game trying to lift another Scudetto, which we already know they've won, even before the start of the season. But this is a massive game for Atalanta because they probably just need one more win from the final 2 games to get in Champions League football to secure that last top 4 spot. Because of Roma and AC Milan have tough games remaining at the end of the season, they could do it. But I don't think they can win this game. I just don't think they're going to get a point in this game. I just think Juventus will be so up for it. They can't wait till they lift another Scudetto and enjoy the celebrations. And I think they will win this game, Juventus, thanks to a Paulo Dybala worldly goal, 1-0 win. And now we're heading to La Liga for the last time this season, as their season comes to a close this weekend. And the only talking points to talk about in this league is who's going to get the last top 4 spot. Is it going to be Valencia or Getafe? And Valencia play Valladolid this weekend, and this is a massive game for Valencia. Valladolid have nothing to play for. Their goal at the start of the season was to stay in the league, so they have nothing to play for. They're probably ready in their holidays, booking it. I can't wait for this game to be over. As for Valencia, I think they have too much for Valladolid. I think they will comfortably beat Valladolid 3-1, and I think they will secure the last Champions League spot. It will be difficult for Getafe, but Getafe had an amazing season anyway. If they even get a Europa League spot, I still think that's a great achievement for them, because that club is not really renowned as one of the big clubs in Spain, and most important of all, that squad is average at best. But Valencia, I believe, will get the 3 points, the 3-1 win, and the win that will secure them another Champions League spot for next season. And that just leaves the last game to predict on this Predict Show, and that is Lyon v Caen. This is a huge game, an enormous game for both teams in terms of where these 2 teams could actually finish this season. We all know Lyon probably will need a point or just 3 more points to secure Champions League football again for next season. Caen are scrapping it out in the relegation dogfight down there between Monaco, them, and I think the other team is Amiens. I don't know, maybe call the damn French team. Lyon, obviously, they really want to secure Champions League football right now and don't have to wait the last day of the season, where there's so much stress and so much anxiety all over the club, where you just think, oh, one slip and we may not finish in the Champions League places. They want to secure it now, and I believe they will do it. I think they'll beat Caen 3-1 because Caen's away record this season has been absolutely awful, one of the worst in Ligue 1, and I think Lyon will have too much firepower, and I think Depay and Fekir will score both those goals. So that is the end of the last ever episode of the Predict Show. I know it's going to be sad, this series is not going to continue, but if you enjoyed this series throughout the whole season, go in the comments down below and give it a lot of love, and give it a good old fashioned headbutt on the like button too. Hope you all have a nice day, enjoy yourselves. Please like, subscribe, the natural, and the last ever Predict Show episode is out.